The Free State Stadium in Bloemfontein will take center stage on Tuesday as South Africa's Bafana hosts the Super Eagles of Nigeria in a crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier. With Group C reaching its climax, both teams are under pressure to get a result. South Africa aims to solidify its position at the top of the group, while Nigeria is desperate for a win to keep its World Cup hopes alive. Bafana lead the group on 16 points after sweeping aside Lesotho 3-0 in their last outing. Nigeria trails in third with 10 points, just one shy of Benin Republic, who sits second. On Sunday, the Eagles narrowly edged Rwanda 1-0 to stay in the race. Nigeria's inconsistent form, only 2 wins in 5 matches, means this tie could prove pivotal. Adding to the challenge, Hugo Bros South Africa are on 3-match unbeaten run at home and have won 3 qualifiers in a row. The availability of Osimhen remains uncertain after the striker suffered a knock against Rwanda. Historically, Nigeria hold a slight edge in the rivalry with 2 wins in their last 7 meetings. Still, the South African team has been tough to beat on home soil, avoiding defeat in their last 3 games against the Eagles, including a 1-1 stalemate in 2024. Nigeria's last away win against South Africa came at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. Securing another statement victory on Tuesday could provide a huge boost to their qualification hopes. The clash kicks off 5 p.m. Nigerian time on Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. You can follow the action live on SuperSport, SportyBet TV, and Afro Sports. In any case, there have been conversations around the Bloemfontein pitch that the South Africans are using for this game. Apparently, there are other pitches in South Africa that can be used. There are a pitch in Cape Town. There is also a pitch in Johannesburg, which is the capital. One Nigerian journalist asked the coach what he thought about the use of Bloemfontein against the Super Eagles. Here's what he says.
Coach, Kalista from Nigeria. I have a question regarding the pitch. Some has complained that this stadium doesn't have the best pitch in South Africa, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that why is the Bafana making use of this pitch when you talk about the World Cup qualifiers? And you did just complain about Rwanda's pitch.
I said already before, I'm not happy with the pitch either. And there were people who blamed me that I didn't want to play here. This is stupid. But the pitch is not what we wanted to have. It's true. All the qualifiers we played on very good pitches. Okay, this one is not so good. There is no reason why we play here against Nigeria because of the pitch is not good. This is nonsense. We'd like also to have a very good pitch like we had before, but yeah, it's not like that, and we have to do it with the pitch of tomorrow. We played Friday also on this pitch, and that was not our choice. That was Lesotho, who was home team. But it's not that bad. That I have to say. I saw we all saw the game. I think on Friday. We can't really blame that this is a very, very bad pitch. It's not what it has to be, but okay, it's for both teams, huh? It's also for us. So, yeah, we have to play the game tomorrow, and that's all.
So there you have it. It is clear that South Africa are using this opportunity. They're using, well, whatever they got to the advantage, given that in that pitch they haven't lost, and they are more like playing a home of some sort. Lesotho played their game in South Africa, Zimbabwe played their game in South Africa, and it's basically because those teams don't have a world-class pitch that is up to standard to be used for their qualifiers, and so they're playing their games in South Africa. So the away team had to choose a particular location to play their game. You know, many people have said that it's some sort of strategy that the South Africans are using, because most of South African players are really home-based players. They're not players that are international like Nigeria that are world-class standard that have got. They are mostly players who you know that I know international stars, so they're not used to playing in that kind of pitch. So many people think that South Africa is using that strategy in making sure that the home-based team use that kind of pitch against Super Eagles so that they are able to beat them. So I'm wondering whether that would work for them, because again, however I want to look at it, that's where the world is, right? Everybody uses what's advantageous to them to get whatever they want. But then again, I think that the Super Eagles, I think that the South Africans will see a totally different Super Eagles on Tuesday. I hope it's going to be a fantastic game at the end of the day. I mean, like I always say, let the best man win. In this situation, Nigeria actually needs the game more than South Africa does. If South Africa loses, they will still be on 16 points, and Nigeria goes to 11 points. And we're also hoping that Benin Republic, either loses or draws their game, because if they do, I mean, we're going to be second in that particular group. But be that as it may, well, it's all game, right? It's football, and like I said, let the best team win. Even though I want Nigeria to beat South Africa so that we would have a chance to be in the World Cup come next year. Tell me what you think about this, though. I'd love to hear from you. Do you think that South Africa is up with some strategy, but taking Nigeria to Bloemfontein to use a pitch that they may not be used to, and because their own team are not necessarily international and they're used to that kind of pitch? Do you really think so? That they're using that as a strategy to win the game tomorrow, or that's on Tuesday? Hugo Bros is actually very irritated and also angry about the use of that pitch. So it means that even the decision to use that pitch wasn't even from him. He is angry that they're using that pitch. It's clear that he's angry that particular pitch is being used. That when there are other fantastic pitches that can be used. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear from you as always.